going on, you guys? Rob's Where the Highway here, and today is... I don't know what day today is. Can't keep track. Look at the calendar. In this vlog, we're gonna go over some of the my truck and some of the things that I think are important. The neighbors are probably driving by, wonder why I'm like talking into a camera here. So, just normal YouTube life, right? Anyways, this is not going to be a detailed overview. We're going to take the truck and we're going to break down different parts of it. So like we'll talk about the tires, we'll talk about the suspension, we'll talk about the differentials, the four-wheel drive system. We'll go in, there's a lot that's been modified in this vehicle, so we'll go in and kind of like break that down in different vlogs, but this is kind of an overview. So let's dive right in. So first things here, so in this world we live in up in Canada, you have to have basically a bull bar because there's a lot of wildlife, and if you hit a deer, or more importantly, if you hit a moose, you want to try to protect the front of your truck. A lot of these bull bars drive me nuts because it's all open here. I had to go out of my way to find one that is this tight mesh, and the reason why I like that is it protects the grill 100%. When you're off-road and you're on trails, there's a lot of things that might be sticking out, like tree branches. And all it takes is one little tiny tree branch that's this big to go right through your radiator and you're dead. You're in trouble. So you have to have, in my opinion, this is my way, you have to have this. There's no point in having a big bull bar on a vehicle if it doesn't have this to protect the radiator. Under the hood here, we've got a heavy-duty Smitty-built winch. Again, a whole nother video on that. I've got synthetic rope. I don't like steel rope. I would never have a winch with steel rope. I don't think it's smart. It's certainly not light. Obviously tow hooks, all that. So then we got light bars. We got a light bar here, and then all around here we've got light bars as well. So no matter where you're at, you have light. So when you're out camping and whatnot, you have light. You're probably wondering what these are. These are mounts for max tracks. There's one on each side. Obviously you see the shovel and the axe is mounted there too. A lot of people have these max tracks and on their overland rig, and they've only got 2 of them. I can't for the life of me wrap my head around why anybody would want 2 recovery mats. It doesn't make sense to me. Having gone off-roading and having been stuck in the mud, buried beyond all get out, you have 4 tires, so why wouldn't you have 4 recovery mats? So I have those. My garage is a mess right now. There's that beautiful new antenna. You got 4 tires, why wouldn't you have 4 recovery mats? So those bolt onto the side of the truck there. This truck's got a dual battery system. So the battery that's under the hood is the main starting battery. It's a regular gel cell heavy duty battery. It's super heavy duty. Like, you could use it as a deep cycle if you wanted to. It's a dual purpose. But when you're in the Mayfield Speedway, man, people just gotta go fast. Like, you can't just slow down in a rural area or in a crowded area. You know, it's not like you're out in the country. Anyways, whole nother rant, whole nother video about that, people of the Mayfield Speedway. But anyways, dual battery. So when you get to where you're going, you flip a switch and then you run everything off the lithium battery. And you can start the truck with lithium battery if you want to. You can run the winch on, you run everything off of either battery. But the idea is that you're charging your secondary battery and all the equipment can run off that while you're driving down the road, so you always have two fully charged batteries. What else? The tires are not massive. They're 33s. They are E-rated tires. I elected for E-rated because the sidewall is a whole hell of a lot thicker. So these are 275 65/20s. They are the KO2s. These tires are unbelievable. They're really good in the snow. They're really good in the rain. They're not loud. yeah, some people are probably maybe like, oh, but if you're off-road in the mud, you need BF Goodrich mud trains. Yeah, I know that. I know I do. But I don't want to have 2 sets of tires. My dad's off-road rig, he's got 2 sets of tires. He's got a pair of crappy Cooper tires for driving around town that are cheap, and then he's got the real deal BF Goodrich mud terrains, Model 2, not the 3rd gen, the 2nd gen, which is better than the 3rd gen. And he's got a way that he can bring all 4 tires with him to where he's got to go and swap them out. Use that nice jack that we talked about in the last video. Anyways, 3, or I believe maybe a 3.5 inch lift all around, not just the front, but all 4. A lot of people, this in my opinion is dumb, and I understand the look, right? A truck is a utility vehicle. It's not a sports car. It's not a cool, like, zip around the neighborhood car. A truck is a very utilitarian, purpose-driven vehicle, okay? So what a lot of people do is they want a better approach angle or something, right? So they just put little leveling blocks on it. Well, that's fine. Now your vehicle's sitting even. But what you don't realize is that a pickup truck is designed to be raked like this. Because when you put weight in the bed, it then levels out. The back of a truck should always be 2 to 3 inches higher than the front of a truck. It's just the way it is. And if it isn't 4-wheel drive, it's usually like a 5 or 6 inch difference. The back of the truck sits higher than the front. So to just put a leveling kit in my opinion, is stupid. And as soon as you put a little bit of weight in the bed, the truck's sagging and doing this. And then it doesn't drive right. Then your front tires are... It's not right. If you're going to put a suspension lift on the truck like I did, you want to do all around. You don't want to just put leveling blocks in. You want to do an all-around suspension lift. End of story. That's my opinion. What else is in here? So I've upgraded. So this has got skid plates all around. Obviously the rear end is upgraded or will be upgraded. Pandemic's kind of slowed me down, but this is a Yukon. I'm not going to open it, but it's a heavy-duty posi rear end. I mean, it's like bulletproof. But yeah, this is the rugged truck. We're going to go into more details later in another vlog. It's got a roof rack on the top, so you put the boat on top with ratchet straps, and then you put everything in the bed. The bed's going to be totally outfitted with flip-down beds, so 2 people sleep comfortably. And then they flip up, so you have all room for all your gear. A lot of people elect for a rooftop tent. I don't like rooftop tents. I think that they're, number one, they're a lot of money, like $2 to $3 grand for a good one. Number 2, they're too heavy, and they throw off the camber of the vehicle. It makes the vehicle more top heavy. You already have a very tall vehicle. To make it more top heavy is not smart when you start getting in an off camber situation off road. So I don't like rooftop tents. They're probably more comfy, but I don't like them. And also, in Canada, you need to be concerned about bear and moose. They are vicious animals when they feel threatened and they need food. And a rooftop tent's not going to save your ass, but a big heavy-duty fiberglass shell will. One thing you might also notice about the fiberglass shell that's on this truck is it doesn't quite fit right, because it's for a Toyota. And I don't care that it's a different color. And I don't care because I had one requirement when I purchased this shell, this cap, this camper shell, whatever you might call it. I have one requirement. And I don't have enough subscribers. I would love to leave everyone hanging to see what is it that I like about this. But I don't have enough subscribers to leave you all hanging, so I'll just go ahead and say what it is. What is it that's unique about this shell? What's unique about this? There's something unique about this shell. There's no windows. I didn't want windows. I don't want people looking in. I don't want light to come in at 5:30 in the morning when I'm trying to sleep. That's one more thing to leak water. It's one more thing to let cold air through. I wanted no windows. Now, I have a window on the back so I could slide open the rear window and of my truck cab. And then there's a sliding rear window for there, so I can do that. And the back glass flips open. But I didn't want windows because I could bolt things to the side, like shovels and axes and recovery mats. It's just what I wanted. Like, this is, in my opinion, the best way to do it. A lot of overland rigs have an exoskeleton shell that's made out of steel. And those are great. Like, there's no denying that that's stronger. But where do you put all your gear then if you don't want it getting wet or stolen? Where do you put it? I think a fiberglass, like a hard shell, is the right way to do it when you're looking at a truck for overlanding, a full-size truck at that. There's a lot of people I'll probably say, "Oh, this is, man, I got a 4Runner, or I got a Toyota Tacoma." Tacomas are great trucks. They're too small. They're not big enough. They don't have enough room. Then there's the opposite side of the spectrum. Oh, well, that's not tough. It's not a 2500. It's not a heavy duty. It's not a power wagon. Guess what? I didn't have the money to afford a power wagon or 2500 when I bought this truck. This truck's been paid off for a long time. This is the truck I have. I bought it brand new. And if I had to do it again, I might go to a 2500 if I can get it at a decent price. But is it 2500 better? Is it more tough? Yeah, it is. But this is what I have, and I don't want to go buy a new vehicle. It's too much money. What else? Yeah, it's built like a horse. It's built like a tank. Either way, all the light, the dual battery system. I have the flip-up tow mirrors. Absolutely a must in my opinion. If you're towing anything, like if I'm towing my boat, those tow mirrors really help. They're unbelievably helpful. Dodge seems to have invented the flip-up mirror. I don't see any other vehicles. I've seen some Fords where you push a button and they extend out. But this changes the orientation. It changes it from landscape mode to portrait mode when you flip the tow mirrors up. So I love the tow mirrors. They stick out a little further than the factory mirrors, so that's a downside when you're on the trails. But they fold in, so you can just do that. Obviously, I've got a radio in there, mobile GMRS radio. That's about it. It's wrapped. Panasonic wrapped it. It's floating advertisement for me. It supports my business. It supports my hobbies. That's it. That's the overview of the rugged truck. Like, subscribe, favorite. There will be more videos that go into exact specifics on why I chose what I chose. I'll open the hood. I'll show you the wiring, how I set it all up, labeled it, made it look like $1 million. But this is it for now. Like, subscribe, favorite. Thank you for your time.